Hey everyone, I am Krish from LeadOxi, and here at LeadOxi, we partner with B2B companies to help them grow by adding qualified leads and appointments to their pipeline. And today I'm interviewing one of our clients from Stratus, Miami. So, Jennifer and Layla, thank you so much for agreeing to do this video testimonial. Please introduce yourself and tell us more about your company.
My name is sorry, go ahead,
Go,
Jennifer.
You go.
Okay, my name is Layla. I am the business development manager for Stratus Miami. So I go to the businesses, to the appointments, and I send the proposals and do the follow-ups.
And my name is Jennifer Poulos. I'm the president and owner of Stratus Building Solutions of Miami. We've been in business for about 5.5 years, and we service Miami-Dade County here in Florida.
Okay, thank you. So I would also like to add that Stratus Building Solutions is a national franchisor. So basically they have like 90 plus master franchisee and like 5,000 unit franchises, I believe. And again, Jennifer owns the Stratus Miami. So basically they are responsible for like handling the businesses, handling the clients, the master unit franchisee in that particular area. Is that true, Jennifer?
Yes, that is.
Okay, all right. So let's get this started. So like before jumping on this call, like I was reviewing our sales call between me and Jennifer, and she was like, she wants to give this a try for 3 months and see the quality of the leads and how things are going, you know. But like I remember within the first 2 weeks, they were able to close like 2 deals, you know. So like now like we will work for as long as we are providing good leads, you know. So Jennifer, like what would you say from the very beginning up until now, like how has been the quality of the leads that we have sent out and like the consistency?
Yeah, so I would say that we've had a very, very good experience with LeadOxi and specifically Krish with you. A couple of things that work really well is that you provide us with very clear communication, so it's easy to work with you. We've had a very consistent inflow of leads. So oftentimes we start off really strong with lead gen companies. Then after about the first 90 to 100 days, their lead quality or quantity fall off. What we actually have experienced with you is consistency. And over the last, I would say 90 days, we've started to receive more leads. So the quantity has increased and the quality has maintained, which has been terrific. As speaking very openly, we've worked with you now for over 10 months. And within that, you are our best producing lead generation company and with the strongest return on invested dollar. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's good to hear, you know. And like the things is like when any company starts onboards a client, they would do good work for about, as you said, like 60, 90 days. After that, they will shift their focus to like other companies, you know. But what we do here is like we focus only on like all the clients, you know, not like diversifying our focus on other clients, on new clients. So like that's why the consistency has been maintained, and we have also like doubled down the infrastructure. So like we have been sending like double emails, so that's why we also seen the volume that you are getting now versus what we used to send earlier, you know. And Layla, like you are the one responsible for going on the appointments, right? So like when you go there, does the person already know that you are going to meet them today? Like do they already know your name, like the company you are representing? So like walk me through how the actual appointment goes.
Yeah, so, and I thank you for this. When I do arrive to your appointments, they know who I am, what I'm there for, and they genuinely have an interest in getting a cleaning proposal, as opposed to going to with other companies that we work with. Sometimes I show up, they don't know who I am or why I'm there. And they also say, I'm not actually looking. I just said yes to get you off the phone. With your leads, I'm appreciative because they are ready for a proposal. They're hot leads, and it's up to me at that point to close them. So yes, the leads are great quality, like Jennifer said, and they're aware that we're here and they're receptive to that.
Yeah, because like in the emails that we send out, right? Because we send out emails. So like in the emails we mention your name, like our teammate name will come by to do the walkthrough on the appointment, you know. So that's why they know the company name, your name, you know, basically everything of that sort, you know.
Awesome.
Also, like, let me share my screen so that we can go over the leads that we have sent out to Stratus Miami. How many of them have they be able to close, the closing rate and things like that, right? Let me just share my screen. Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let me just open this. Okay, I think these are the leads that we have sent, and after that I think there is like another 8, 9, 10 leads after this 24th April, so it's like 30th May now, so like after 4 or 5 weeks, so basically, like, you can see the closing rate here, how many leads they have closed, the appointments, you know the average size. So basically, like, this is like 1000 plus, 1000 plus, this is like 300, 750 per month, 439, 3500. So like, you have been closing like this deals at like I would say on an average about like 1000 per month for this deal,
And just so you know, Krish, the last two were also closed.
Oh, I knew about this one, the 17th, but no, I
Uh-huh.
didn't knew about this 18th. Okay, so like, what's the closing rate here? Because the first one, it's like 9 out of 18 leads were closed, but now there are two more closed. Like, what? It's like 60%
Yeah.
closing rate,
So again, it's worked really well. Our close rate is over 65%
Wow.
with LeadOxi.
Oh, wow.
On average, we close about a third of our leads or proposals. So
Whoa.
what works is, to Layla's point, and to your point, they're quality leads. So when we make the sales call, they have a need,
Mhm.
they expect us, and therefore we're able to deliver a proposal.
Yeah.
So that's really important. And that's, again, kudos to you guys.
Yeah, because
Because of that, we've closed over 65% of the leads.
Mhm.
And again, that far exceeds the average that we have, which is about 33, 35%.
Nice. Yeah.
And we've closed over $10,000 of business. So you're right, the average account size is about $1,000. But what we like, and I think many companies will say that, is we get a range of customers.
Yeah.
So we get accounts that are over $1,000, which is
Yeah,
great.
exactly,
And we get smaller accounts, and they play a role within our business and within our system. So also having that range of customer or account is really helpful.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes if a big account, like if 70% of the revenue comes from one single big account, then that's trouble, because if they decide to cancel at any point, your revenue could be down by 70%. But having a combination of like few smaller, few medium size, and few largest just allows you to divide the risk, basically. And you said like on an average on the average is like 35%, but with our age it's like roughly 65%. So like, yeah,
Correct.
that's good to hear. And by the way, these are like yearly contracts. Is it yearly contracts, or like what are the terms of the contract when you see here?
I think all of these ones are 12 months, correct?
Okay, so yearly contracts is what you always like send out. Okay, so I think it's like 10,000 per month. I think it's like what, 120,000 per year in closed revenue, right? So like in 1 year.
Yeah, so let me be fair. It's not 10,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we've closed represents over $10,000. Okay, so that's 10,000 over the period of our relationship.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, if you can get to 10,000 a month, Krish, we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm ready to give you that 10,000 per month, But yeah, so like in 1 year cycle, I would say you would close about like 120,000 in annual revenue. So like once the whole cycle ends, right?
Yeah.
For these accounts also, great. And then like a certain percentage of these accounts are gonna renew, right? So like from your experience, from the data you have, like how many of them do you think will renew for the second year, for the third year? Because I know some of the guys in the industry do like up to 5-year contracts, but you have 1 year. So like what's your renewal rate on the contracts on an average?
Yeah, the average life cycle of one of our accounts is 3.5 to 4 years.
Okay. All right, so that's what, like 3.5, 4 years. So if we consider like the total revenue that you will make in the few years, in the few upcoming years for all of these accounts, and that's what, like a few of them will drop, right? So still it would be like, what would be like 300,000-400,000 in total revenue, is it?
Mhm.
That's good to hear. And like there are like also 10 more leads that we have sent out after this. So like, do you have the exact number on those? Like, how many of them have you closed? If you have any numbers.
I don't have that right now.
Okay, but again, we can still consider like maybe 40-50%, if you are closing at 65%, so maybe 45-50% you have already closed, right? So again, like maybe 150,000 in like annual revenue, if you consider the whole cycle, you know. And like I would like to ask you that, like, how are you able to close at this percentage, you know, because on an average, like we have been hearing from clients that they are able to close like 33, so like one third to 40%, but like how are you closing like 40 65%?
I'm so charming, Krish.
That's it. That's great.
I'm just playing, but I think it's both of us. So I think one of the benefits of working with you is that you're an extension to our team. So you're the first step with your leads. The leads are set up on a good note. The communication is clear, and then it's consistent through the whole cycle. So you're telling them, I'm going to be there on a certain day. I actually show up on that certain day, and I do provide, you know, we're consistent with our words. Our actions and our words are consistent, and that starts with you. So I think that's why the leads that you've been generating for us are working, and we're able to close on them.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, and
Yeah, go ahead.
if I may add to that, I do think what's important, and anyone that's investing in lead gen knows this well, the leads you provide us are for accounts that have a need. So not that they're shopping for price, if you will, or, oh yeah, I'll take a look. Whatever you're doing, you are identifying accounts that have a true need for a janitorial service. So that's a distinct difference. The other part of, I believe, our ability to close is you're not offering or selling this lead to multiple companies.
Exactly.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we are not receiving a lead that then we're going and competing against 3 or 4 other companies. And what we have found is that other companies will not offer or provide exclusivity or a limited base of other companies or partners in the market. So that's why, right? So again, we go into accounts that have a true need, and we're able to go, and to Layla's point, sell what we have to offer, and we don't have all this noise during the sales process. So we're able to go in and we work very efficiently with these accounts in terms of a quick funnel and close them very quickly.
Yeah, that's the point, because like as you mentioned that you have a good sales process, right? That's also part, because if we just provide you with good leads and you don't have a good sales, then again there is no point in like having this good of a ratio. And same goes with if you are providing bad leads and if you are having a good sales, then again you won't close at this much percentage, you know. And yeah, you are right, we don't share leads with other companies, so like it's 100% exclusive leads. So that's why you will also find no other person on the same day or time that's like there for the walkthrough, you know. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yep.
And I also like to go off topic for a while now, because like once I saw your email, like I was able to calculate the closing rate, right? It was like around this much. So like I was like, I wanted to know like why are you able to do this this much closing. So like I checked your LinkedIn, and like I found some blog, and like sure enough I was able to find why. I think Jennifer in her previous career, she has led a sales team of like 140-150 people, and from there the experience comes, you know. So like I was able to find that and figure out that, hey, this is because like she has led a team of people and she knows some tactics, you know. So that's why she can have like a good like what you can say is good practices to be able to like close at such a good rate, right, Jennifer?
I appreciate the compliment. Yeah. So yes, I have led very large sales organizations, generated billions of dollars of revenue for the company I worked for previously. So yeah, I understand the importance of sales, and having sales be in the DNA of the folks that work on my team is critically important, and always looking to add talent to the team. Layla joined us in November, which was a great addition to our team, but really fostering a culture of selling in every position that we have. That's really important.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? And so like for anyone watching this video, for business owners watching, like looking to like close a good rate, so like Jennifer, what would you suggest them to do differently at, let's say, like in the sales process, in the follow-up process, or like what should they do differently in order to like have a good closing rate?
I think that the beauty of today is that you can communicate in multiple ways. So, I would not communicate with just one medium. So certainly sales is about making a connection personally and ensuring that you communicate your product or services value proposition. But then from there, really using multiple touch points over multiple mediums to connect with your customer or prospective customer. So email is important, phone calls are important, text messages are important. And it's not to be pushy, but it's to make sure that the customer knows that you want their business. The other really important thing is you need to be available when your customer is available. So from time to time, you take a call after business hours, or you respond to a text over the weekend. And, it's not so that you don't have work-life balance, but you're there when the customer is ready with a question or ready to buy, right? So you're always closing. I think that that's really important. And the last thing I would say is that in sales, there's never a no. It's a not yet. So you may get a little lag in communication. It's just a not yet. And even if you get a no, the beauty of sales is you stay in touch. And you stay in touch with that person, perhaps on a quarterly basis or a semi-annual basis, so that, again, they're going to have a need. And we always want to be top of mind when that need emerges. So that's what I would say is really important. And Layla, if you want to add anything, please do so.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. I also think the same. And like here is the sauce for anyone like wanting to close more. So this is exactly what you need to do, right? And I also like looked at Layla's LinkedIn, because I also wanted to see why is she able to close more, right? So I found out that she worked in real estate, I think. And so like Layla, like what would you say has been some of the things that you've learned after you joined Stratus Miami that has enabled you to like close more, like do perform better on the appointments, as well as like close appointments?
Yeah, I worked in property management for 5.5 years. So I was overseeing mid-sized buildings, 147, 345 units. So on one side of it, I was managing teams during that. And another side, I'm also selling apartments to people. But a big part of it is the operational side, which I think makes me relatable to the businesses. So what Jennifer said is you have to make the connection, and everyone's running a business and we're selling to businesses. So I, more than anyone, knows what it's like, in terms of a budgeting process and how to be relatable as a vendor and how I would want to be treated as the customer. I think I do a good job in relating to them because it's genuine, and I've been there and I've been in their shoes. And Jennifer has run Stratus Miami amazingly. And I say that because I used to be one of Stratus Miami's clients when I was a property manager. And because of how they ran their business, and it's very transparent and fair, and they actually do what they say. I'm repeating that because it's important. People trust us, and they want to work with us because they trust Jennifer and I specifically when they talk to us, or the other people on our team. So you can sign with any cleaning service. We're all going to clean maybe similar ways, but I think what sets us apart is the personal touch that we bring into it. We're relatable. We hear them, we listen to them, and everything is personalized and customized to the customer and their needs. Whether that be budgeting, if we have to get creative with the schedule, the proposal, what it entails. So we're just an extension to them is what we like to be. So we're a partner rather than just a vendor.
Yeah, like thank you for sharing the sauce, like I really appreciate that. And like let's go back to the topic, like would you recommend other B2B companies like partner with us to grow their pipeline and close more deals?
With LeadOxi?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You guys, again, I'm repeating it, but you guys feel like you're part of our team and you're always available to us. Everything that Jennifer has shared, I think I'm speaking on behalf of both of us. It's a equal sentiment of what we are also saying on our end. You're very responsive, you communicate well, and you actually produce what you say you're going to produce, which is appreciative.
Yeah. So, Krish, we've had a wonderful experience with you. The other thing I just want to share is you do a really nice job at the end of the month confirming that the leads were quality leads.
Yeah.
And you always check in before you invoice us. So again, in the spirit of communication and partnership and trust, that is a huge component of working with anybody. So I will tell you, we do not have that experience with other vendors. And I hate to say this out loud because, does it get me hot? I see things sneak up on my credit card and I'm like, what'd you guys just charge me for?
Yeah.
That has never happened with you. I don't think it would ever happen with you. And again, from partnership and someone you'd want to work with, it's really important, that step in the process. So I thank you for that. And again, to the very simple answer to your question, yes, we would recommend LeadOxi as a service, and certainly, as Layla said, a trusted partner as part of our team.
Yeah, that was good to hear, And I think like we also, as I said earlier, like we also service quite a few Stratus franchisee. So like now I'm in talks with the headquarters, the Cody from headquarters, to be able to like implement this whole system across the board, with all the franchises. Like once it's got done, maybe you will also have this whole system in-house. So from there, you can also like generate leads consistently in-house, So like I'm in talks with them, and like because we have added like at least 70,000 in annual revenue up until like 150, 200,000 with the franchises, right? So most of them, So like that's why we are also considering this partnership.
Terrific.
Yeah. And like, for the closing, is there anything else you would like to add?
Keep the leads coming.
Like, come again?
I said, keep the leads coming, Krish.
Exactly. Like, I'll keep them coming.
Jump in the water for our sharks. No, that's a Miami joke. That's not a good one. No, we just, I think we've sung your praises, and we appreciate the opportunity to support your business by doing this. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for doing this video testimonial. I appreciate your time and honesty on this. And like, see you in the next one.
Okay.
Thank you, Krish.
Sounds good. Take care.